Okay, good morning, afternoon or evening, noble people of accordo.it, if I'm not mistaken. This is Guthrie Govan here, kind of on stage just before an Aristocrats gig, and I've been advised to walk you through my rig. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with this. This is the newest prototype of my Charvel signature model to be. It's a basswood body, it's a flamed maple top, as opposed to the bird's eye maple top that you see on this rather striking example here. Both splendid guitars. The difference is mostly cosmetic. What can I tell you about this guitar? This is the most up-to-date version of the bridge that we're going to use. It's modelled on the original Floyd Rose with no locking tuners, but we've done a few weird things. We've changed the radius of the saddles and the way they lock in there. So a few little tweaks. The arm attachment's different, and everything works now, and I can't break it. I've been trying to destroy this all tour, and I can't. Maple neck, roasted or caramelized or baked, call it what you will. Lovely big steel frets. A normal nut behind this string muting device. Locking tuners. And jack socket in a funny place, because that's what you do with a cable in real life. And I guess now we should turn our attentions to the floor, where all sorts of excitement awaits. So what my signal does when it comes out of the guitar is basically to go into this, which is a TC electronic polytune, mini, like the polytune, but smaller. And then it goes into this, the Sur Coco Boost, which has a number of advantages. It has a clean boost there, or it has a clean boost and a mid boost stacked on top if I press that. But even if I turn it off, it's a buffer, so it kind of justifies me having all these other pedals later on in the chain. From there it goes into this Wah Rocker 5 from the good people at Gaiatone, which is just a disgusting sounding envelope filter. I use that at a couple of moments in the set when I want to sound comical for some reason. And then it goes into this, the Providence Anodyne Chorus, which is made with lovely vintage chips and components, and sounds very warm, which is refreshing in a chorus pedal, I think, particularly when I flip that switch, which says deep. You should always have that on. And after that, it goes into the Jerry Cantrell signature wah from Dunlop. There's an adjustment thing here, which is supposed to limit how much top end you get when you push the pedal all the way down. So I figured out where I wanted it and then took the knob off to create a few extra millimeters of real estate on the pedal board. And then at the end of the chain, I have this Dunlop volume pedal, which is enormous and pretty much idiot-proof. It's another one of those things where I've tried to break it and I can't. And then we go into this amp over here, which is the V50 from Victory, which is a relatively new UK company. These amps were designed by Martin Kidd. Some of your readers or viewers might remember his name, because he was the guy who designed the MK50 amp for Cornford many years ago. So this isn't the same, but it has certain similarities in the voicing. 50-watt amp has a clean channel, an overdrive channel, and then an extra switchable layer of boost that you can add to the overdrive channel. It has some reverb from the amp. You can set that for each channel. So I'm using some of that, particularly for the more twangy moments, like Louisville Stomp and Desert Tornado. That's all amp reverb going on here. And now, back from the amp to this pedal board, I forgot to tell you about this, because this is in the effects loop. This, as you can see from many miles away, is the Flashback X4 from TC, which is basically like the smaller Flashback, but I have 3 possible presets and a tap tempo there. So I have a normal kind of ambient delay setting there, I have a short slapback here, and I have a kind of moody, many repeats, very high in the mix, kind of chordal swells type setting there, but mostly it's this, just to make me sound like I'm in a room. And that's it, that's pretty much my rig. So I hope you enjoyed that little guided tour. I'll be off now. Cheers.